Wide Open Outdoor Adventures with your host, Dave Valtierra. We'll make you a better sportsman.
Subscribe to the Wide Open Sportsman YouTube channel today. Hey guys, I'm Dave Valtierra with Wide Open Outdoor Adventures. On today's episode, we're going to be hunting just outside of Tilden, Texas. We're going to be doing some wildlife management, actually. Whitetail deer hunting. We're going to show you some big bruisers, some trophies on this ranch, and we're going to also show you why we need to harvest a certain number of animals each year to make sure that the population is strong, the deer are healthy, and there's enough food for all of them to endure for years to come. So, wildlife management and whitetail deer hunting coming your way right now. It's actually a pretty warm day, but you gotta wear the cover. You gotta wear the cover. And use natural cover to blend in. So you gotta wear long sleeves, you gotta wear gloves. It's just important. I'm gonna get everything I need ready to go. Okay, excellent. All right, Tim has corned the road. It's now time to hunker down, get quiet, and find us a buck to harvest on the wide open. That's what I'm talking about. I'm in a sendero back in the brush a bit. I've got this one alleyway where they're feeding. It's a road, and I've got this other side of the road where they're feeding as well. See what comes together.
As you can see, there are a lot of deer on this ranch, and it didn't take long to pull in 30 or more deer. My great friend Tim Teal told me on this episode I could help them with their management program to cull out a management buck. On today's episode, I'm looking for a specific caliber deer. I want to shoot an older, mature 6-point or 8-point buck to remove that type of stock from the breeder pool here. That's what I'm looking for on today's episode of Wide Open.
We've got deer coming in really quick to the corn. And these deer are wild, but they're also not hunted hard. So you can see they keep their heads down. They don't look up a lot. Some ranches, they eat a little corn and then they're spooked and they're looking around. These deer are calm, they're comfortable. We only harvest what we need on the Teal Ranch here outside of Tilden, Texas.
This 10-point buck is awesome. If you notice, he's got an injury right down the middle of his back. He might have got stuck in a fence, or he might have been injured in a fight. Nonetheless, he'll be fine. This monster buck is only 3.5 years old. He's young, but these are the kind of deer they want on this ranch. Work a harvesting program to cull out the inferior deer, and your overall deer population will soar to the sky.
there's a nice 8-point. Looks like he's broke off on both sides. I'm gonna keep an eye on him. He's definitely a shooter. He's a buck that they would want to take out. Don't want that type of deer with genetics he's got breeding into the population. I'm gonna see if I can get a shot on that deer there. Nice 8-point, even though he's broke off. He's a big body deer, and he's probably 5.5, maybe even 6.5 years old. Got him. Got him. Perfect. He looked back at me. That's how it come together on the wide open. I'm going to give him about 15, 20 minutes, let him expire, and then we'll go check out our harvest. Good management buck down on the wide open. And the name of the game is to make sure that there's more great deer for future populations. This 8-point is maxed out. He's at the top of his growth. Next year he'll be smaller, next year even smaller. They shed their horns every year. They're really antlers. But at the end of the day, we want to make sure that this ranch has better and better deer over time. There's a lot of ways to do that, but harvesting the inferior bucks for food quality, put them on the wall for the mount, but at the end of the day, they get bigger if you take out the genetics of smaller horned deer.
All right, we got blood right here. Get these dogs on this blood. Let's find this deer. All right, we got more blood right here. Here. More blood here, here. On that little clump right here, and the dog's already in the woods. I'm not an expert at tracking these deer, but I'm getting better at it, and I'm here with one of the masters, Tim Teal. Find some more, you said?
Yeah, the whole trail is right there like I say.
Right in here? Oh yeah. More blood here. This is where he came. The dogs are on the trail. You know, an animal typically going to take the path of least resistance, so he's not going to go over anything, it's going to go under. Right through here. Looks like Bud is already on this deer within literally 2 minutes. Bud is a dog that's awesome at tracking. And there he is, just up ahead. Bud. All right. Bud's got him. We got him. Good job, Bud. Good job, buddy. Nice. There's our deer. And this dog, this younger dog, is learning. Okay, guys, I shot that buck from a little sendero that I was in, and I watched some really good deer come out. And here on the Bar 7 Ranch, the Teal Ranch, just outside of Tilden, Texas, we want to make sure that these inferior bucks, this is a big 8-point. He's kind of broke off. We're going to show him to you right now. But we took the dogs to find him on wide open. All right, here he is. In fact, he's a fighter. You can see this deer's actually broke off here and here. So his tines were probably up about like this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. One little bump here. Another 2, 3, 4. So he's an 8-point. Pretty good brow tines. Got a little kicker right here. Real chocolate right here. At the end of the day, good buck to take out. I scoured this area. Let me feel him, see, kind of age him here. He's a little stiffed up. Okay, I'm gonna feel for his teeth. And you can age a deer by feeling the teeth. And he's got some fairly sharp teeth. He's not an old deer, but I bet he's probably 5.5. And at the end of the day, Bud is a tracking dog and he's ripping on it. But at the end of the day, we don't disturb him. Let him do that. That's what he does. This is his reward. And he gets to really taste and smell the buck here that we got. So this is a management buck on the Teal Ranch over here in Tilden, Texas. Great buck to take out because, as you saw from a lot of the footage, this ranch has some big deer on it. So we really don't want these deer breeding in. It's toward the end of the rut, so this deer had his chance to breed in. But last season for him, bigger deer on Wide Open Outdoor Adventures here on the Teal Ranch are gonna allow to be breeding in next season. All right, guys, thanks for spending some time with us today on this episode of Wide Open Outdoor Adventures. Got a great management buck, harvested him, used the dogs. It all took about 2 minutes to find this deer. I scoured the area, couldn't find him. We got back and got the dogs. 2 minutes later, we got him. We're gonna harvest this animal, OT taxidermy, mount him up, put these tines back on, and we'll put him on the wall to enjoy him. We're gonna eat good too.
Drag him over here. Let's get him loaded.
Hey Tim, thanks for letting me hunt the Teal Ranch. Appreciate you bringing the dogs too.
Oh, you bet. That's what they do. That's their job. They like it.
They like it. Oh, Bud had a
You
good
bet.
time.
Yeah, you did.
We'll see you next time on Wide Open Outdoor Adventures. I think Bud liked this hunt just as much as I did. Load him up.
Special thanks to my friends at the Teal Ranch, just outside of Tilden, Texas. WideOpenSportsman.com. Just get out there. Visit WideOpenSportsman.com every day for your daily fix of adrenaline. You know, it's always wide open.